and welcome to another Hogwarts Legacy Vivarium tour. Yes, it has been a hot minute, couple weeks, just a couple of weeks. I will explain, as if I need to explain myself, but we're back for the final Vivarium tour from Hogwarts Legacy, and it is going to be the coastal, aka the beach. But yeah, I'm excited to show you and bring out the animals and just give you a little walkthrough. I don't know what we're doing here. Why do I always do this? I'm delaying. But anyway, if you're new here and you want to be a part of a community that believes weird, this weird, you're weird, all the weird is wonderful, then, and magic is real, then hit that subscribe button down in the belows and be notified every time there is a new weird video. Okay, let's get this last Vivarium tour on the road. This is the, if you can't remember, this is the coast. So this is the entrance of the coast. I believe we're on the second floor of the room of requirements. So let's just walk in. Let me just walk in and give you the big bada boom of this one here. And then I'm gonna give you my explanation. Okay, here's the beach. Here's my entrance to the beach. Now, this is slightly delayed for the reason that this mother trucker was challenging. The beach is challenging, the coast, whatever you want to call it. It was very challenging because of the way that it's formed. There were so many places I couldn't lay things. And this being the fourth one, I just got quite frustrated with how certain things won't piece together. And so I could see why a lot of people just go into modding stuff, because you can lay stuff on top of it. You can do whatever you want with modding, which is only done on PC. As you might know, I have not been modding anything. So this is following within the rules, something I don't do too well, of Hogwarts Legacy. So it was a little frustrating and also challenging because to me, like naturally, so I did this once and I came back and redid it, and that's why there's also a delay. Naturally for me, the beach should be like seen. Like I almost didn't want to do anything with it because also my Graphorns are here and they are very large creatures, okay? And they need some space. But at the same time, I'm recording a video, I'm playing around, like this is an opportunity to play and just build things and see what happens. And I just, if you can't tell, I really like trees. So I've been laying some trees. Oh my dear, can we not be up here? Let's get this sorted out real quick. Okay. Okay, we're gonna lay down right there. Yes, we are. Why is this a thing? So I struck a balance. Is it the best amount of space for the Graphorns? No, probably if I just removed everything, that would be the preferred amount of space for such a large creature. But I wanted to play. People play. Why'd I just yell at you? So let me get this tour on the road. Holy smokes, can we not be sniffing me right now? So we're gonna take our time. Walk up here. We're walking a little too slow. Let's get this on the road. And if I'm looking up, it is because my TV is up here. So we have a little kind of ruin castle situation going on here. This is the first time in my Vivariums that I'm using these structures, and I wanted to add a lot of greenery. So we have like the two hippogriff, fire. I was gonna call him a candelabra. What are we doing here? God, the other thing that was frustrating is after doing 3 Vivariums, please Hogwarts Legacy, give us more things. I don't want one fountain. Give me like 20 fountains, okay? So I almost put a fountain like dead center, but I'm like, I've used that fountain in every Vivarium. I want variation, okay? So I also went crazy with this, like, I think it's, I'm calling it lavender, but I think my husband is right. I think it might be like heather. Is heather the right word? It's just, it looks like lavender, and I just love the way it moves around. It just feels very beachy, like a kind of dainty, flowy thing. So anyway, this sucker opens up here to kind of like, okay, it's not a complete castle, which is why I called it a ruin. I didn't want to block off all of the beach. And so I have these walls kind of going all the way around. We've got a little statue over here. Like I said, a lot of like greenery, which yes, naturally, as my husband pointed out, it would not be growing on the beach, but this is a game where you get to do whatever you want, okay? Unlike real life, kind of, sort of. So I have a lot of greenery and it's just a big open space and it's not complete. So, you know, there's not a wall there. I didn't want to block it off. So I was like, oh, but functionally, it doesn't really work as a, anyway, structure. But I wanted space for my Graphorns to be able to just like be there. So that's why there is this emptiness here. Although I've added so many little floofy, dangly plants, some floaty, this going on with the plants. It just feels very beachy. And so my ideology behind this, because I like everything to have a function, is that basically people started building a castle and the Graphorns came in and they were like, oh no you don't, this is my home. So then they settled on a little gazebo and let them just, they didn't finish building the castle. So it's kind of more of like a ruin is what I'm going for. And they didn't give us a lot of structure to really make it look ruined, but alas, did what I wanted to do. So here's my gazebo. So I wanted to give some kind of a like lookout situation because it's a beach, like look at this beach. And I went for like the largest size gazebo and I threw up a whole lot of trees. And then when you leave the gazebo, so I wanted a viewing point. And you go over here, there's also a doorway to the right and we'll come out of that doorway. I added these like little bushes. I love little nooks if I can, and it was hard to do too many nooks. Like I've seen some people go all out on the beach and I'm like, well, okay, for sure my animals, can we please not, will not be fitting in that situation. So like I said, I went for a compromise. I'm being grabbed by the arm right now. She's like, you're not gonna be showing this off. And so I've got this little path that comes around to a little seating area with a little bonfire. And these planks played around with a little different kind of ground situation. And I really wanted like a big focused tree somewhere. We didn't really do much of that, I don't think, in other places, like an old tree. And I like the greenery of this one. And I added a lot of the, like that lavender heather stuff, and also in its smaller form. Honey child, please don't be putting holes in my shirt, okay? So yeah, so when you come over here, you really do get to see the beach. And I've got those lights kind of framing everything. So this is a place to just sit, maybe be away from the Graphorns and not be stepped on, I don't know. And then over here, I just kept it real simple. We've got one of those little Billywig, I remembered the name. They're not fantasy bees, they're Billywigs. And I've got the toy box here. I always put a toy box and a food situation in every vivarium. Can we not right now? Cat world problems right here, okay? Cat mom problems. So this is the other entrance that brings us back into this main space. This is so awkward. Okay, we can do this. We can be awkward. And then, yeah, so this is like the main area here, and then we're gonna go through and there's a second section. That's what's different about the beach, is the second section. I really like archways. I really like entryways. I almost tore it all down just so I could see the beach, but I'm like, but I really love like this grand entrance of some kind, if you haven't noticed from the previous vivariums. So we walk through here, and there's a little pathway, and my goal with this pathway was to get a real like juxtaposition. So you've got a lot of stone situation in the other room, and then in here, and a lot of height, and in here it kind of comes down. And the animals do like meander over in this area, or you could just place them right in here. So then over here, I have a little place to actually just stay and chill, like to be in a tent while your animals are over there, because I'm just imagining if ever you were to stay in these places, you would want a place to be. So over on the left, I kept this real simple, very intentionally, to be that like contrast. So we've got like a little, is that like a chimey thing? I think it's a chimey business. And then a large tent, which is for me, my character, with a little campfire situation. I do love these rocks that have that spirally business going on there. And then over here, oh, you guys, we do not forget Sir Deke, our little house elf whom we love so much and want to be free. Just take my sock, Deke, will you, okay? I've got a place for him right here. And if you notice, like I minimized everything. I put it at its smallest setting possible. So the tent is smaller. Even these lampposts are smaller. The fireplace is smaller. And look at this little anvil. Look at this anvil. This is the smallest variation of an anvil, but like, you know, he's a little guy. So he's got to be able to sit. I couldn't make the seats any smaller, but guys, get your water ducks ready. Okay. We did something like this in another one, but this is a beach. Who was left at a beach, you guys? And would be behind Deke's. Deke's little tent is his friend. It wouldn't be his friend because he came later on, but you know. So it doesn't like chronologically work. Come at me. But anyway, it is Dobby's gravestone. I did Dobby's gravestone because, as we know, he was buried at a beach. And so I have this little gravestone here. I put a little seat so we can remember our lost house elf by just sitting, and then kept this space like open, because I feel like when you're going to just sit and remember somebody, and also just being on the other side where there aren't as many like trees and big structures, I wanted it to feel a lot more open. Like, look at this beach, you guys. What? It really gives me a lot of like West Coast vibes, because our beaches over here are much different from the East Coast where I originally grew up, as if I previously grew up. I don't know, maybe I did in other places. So here's his gravestone. It's just a chill, kind of calm area. I think we can go back this way, but I didn't do anything back there. Like I said, I kept it simple, which was so hard for me. I just want to place things, okay? But I did also place this like giant tree. I think it's the same kind as in the other space, but I really like the greenery, and I really like that this area contrasts with the other one so much. And I just like having a little space to remember Dobby, a little space for Deke to go to, for me and my character to go to over here. And if you'll notice, so we did like the same thing as far as the campfire and stuff, but you know, we can go hang at each other's places. So that is the tour for the Hogwarts Legacy, let me see, Coastal Vivarium. Let me know. Oh, I'm sorry, forgot one thing. In this area, when you come around this sign, when you're coming out to go to the other area, I have their food. And I will say, you guys, I did test it. I put the Graphorns out here just to make sure they actually go to the food and they can fit in here, and they can, which is why I didn't put like loads and loads of trees. So yeah, their food is over here. That way I don't have to maintain them. If only we could do that with these cats, you know what I'm saying? Like, no feeding necessary when somebody else is doing it. So let's get situated, because I'm going to release the Kraken. Actually, I'm going to release the Graphorn and a couple other animals. So let's drop our animals in real quick. All right, there they are. You know, he's getting situated. We do have 3 Graphorns. I probably shouldn't have put all 3 in there, maybe just 2. Hi, buddy. How are you? It's so good to see you. And then we have the Deary Calls. Deary Calls? Deary Crawls. Crawls? I always want to call them Crawls. I think they're Deary Calls. I think that's the right way of saying it. I also want to call them Dodo Birds. And then the Foopers too. So there's like 3 Foopers. Whoa, buddy, chill out, okay? I know. I made sure to keep some room. So anyway, those are the animals. I probably should have put them in the other area. I need to go pet them. Look at them. They need attention. Hi. That is the animal. That is the animals. Those are the animals. That is the Vivarium. That is the last Vivarium, and probably the last Hogwarts Legacy video, unless they drop some DLC. Okay, let's cross our fingers for some downloadable content, because y'all, I'll be live streaming that stuff if it drops. I would love it. But let me know in those comments down below, what was your favorite thing? Was this your favorite thing? Were you as, let's put it kindly, frustrated by the coast when designing the coast as me? I would love to know. Don't leave me hanging. But until next time, oh my God, we are on the fritz. Until next time, my magical friends, remember to love what you love with everything you have, and keep making magic. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.